Hi everyone, myself Dr. P. Soumya, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. In this session, I am going to cover the topic environment legislations, that is Biomedical Waste Management and Handling Rules 2016. So in this session, I am going to cover the topics what is waste, what is waste, what is biomedical waste, classification of biomedical waste, sources of biomedical waste, and health impacts of healthcare waste, the steps involved in the management of biomedical waste, and methods of disposal for biomedical waste, and finally biomedical waste handling rules 2016. So first, what is waste? So the what is waste means the something which is not put into proper usage at a given time. So waste means something which is not put into proper usage at a given time. So this is waste. So these wastes are divided into three types: solid waste, liquid waste, and gaseous waste. So waste is something which is not put into proper usage at a given time. So this is classified into three types: solid waste, liquid waste, and gaseous waste. So in the under the solid waste, so here household waste, industrial waste, biomedical waste, or hospital waste. So this solid waste again classified into three types: household waste, industrial waste, and biomedical waste or hospital waste. So what is biomedical waste? So this biomedical waste or hospital waste, it is any kind of waste containing infectious or potentially infectious materials generated during the treatment of humans or animals, as well as during research involving biologics. So it is a kind of waste containing infectious material. So these are generated during the treatment of humans or animals, or during the research which is involving in the biology research. So here it may include waste associated with generation of biomedical waste that visually appears to be medical or laboratory origin. So as well as research laboratory waste, this contains biomolecules, organisms that are mainly restricted from environmental release. So it may include waste associated with the generation of biomedical waste that it will visually appears to be medical or laboratory origin. So as well research laboratory waste, it contains biomolecules, organisms, and so these are restricted from the environmental release. So the hospital, the biomedical waste, so discarded sharps from the uh, biomedical waste. So these are considered as a biomedical waste, whether they are contaminated or not. So due to possibility of being contaminated with blood, and then propensity to cause injury when not properly contained and disposed. So here this biomedical waste, it is a type of bio waste. Biomedical waste, it is a type of bio waste. So this biomedical waste, it consists of human anatomical waste like tissues, organs, and body parts. This biomedical waste, it consists of human anatomical waste like tissues, organs, or body parts. So animal waste, these are generated during research from veterinary hospitals. So animal waste, it is generated so during the research from the veterinary hospitals. So microbiology and biotechnology waste. So here waste sharps like hypodermic needles, syringes, scalpels, and broken glasses. This is also biomedical waste. So here this biomedical waste, it consists of discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs, and it is also soiled waste such as dressing, bandages, plaster cast material contaminated with blood, uh, ca- uh, some laboratory apparatus. So here this liquid waste from any of the infected areas. So this is a biomedical waste. It is also consist of liquid waste from any of the infected areas. The incineration, ash, and also other chemical waste. So this biomedical, it will consist of incineration ash and other chemical waste, and it is also having liquid waste from any infected areas, and it is consist of soil waste such as dressing, bandages, plasters, cast, etc. And this is also consisted of discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs, and this is also consist sharps like hypodermic needles, syringes, and also broken glasses. So the microbiology and biotechnology and veterinary research from veterinary hospital, so veterinary hospitals waste also come under biomedical waste. So classification of biomedical waste. So here infectious waste, pathological waste, sharps, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, chemical waste, and waste with high content of heavy metals, and pressurized containers, radioactive waste. So here this is classified into various types. So infectious waste, pathological waste, and sharps, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, chemical waste, and waste with high content of heavy metals, pressurized containers, radioactive waste. So infectious waste means, so these are materials contaminated by water and body fluids, cultures, and stocks of infectious organisms, and patient waste from the isolation wards. So infectious waste, so these are the materials so contaminated by water and body fluids. This is contaminated by water and body fluids, and cultures and stocks of infectious organisms, and patient waste from isolation wards. So pathological waste, it is this include tissue material of humans, organs, fluids, and animal carcass. So this pathological waste, it is consist to include tissue material of humans, organs, fluids, and animal fluids. So here next sharps waste. Next classification is sharps waste. So this include used needles, used syringes, disposable scalpels, and blades. Sharp waste means it is sharp, and these include so used needles, used syringes, disposable scalpels, and blades. Chemical waste, it is these are the materials like heavy metals in devices, solvents in laboratory reagents, and detergents. Chemical waste, so these are the materials like heavy metals, so this which are present in devices, and solvents used in the laboratory reagents, and detergents are come under chemical waste. Pharmaceutical waste means, so these waste materials that include unused, contaminated, expired drugs and vaccines. Pharmaceutical waste, it include unused medicines or contaminated medicines, expired drugs and vaccines. So these are come under pharmaceutical waste. Xenotoxic waste, hazardous, mutagenic, carcinogenic, and cytotoxic drugs in a cancer treatment and metabolites. So genotoxic waste means these are the materials. So these are hazardous, mutagenic, carcinogenic, and cytotoxic drugs. So in cancer treatment and metabolites. So the hazardous, mutagenic, carcinogenic, and cytotoxic drugs which are used in cancer treatment, and so this is come under genotoxic waste. Radioactive waste. So here products including radioactive diagnostic and therapeutic materials. So we we are using radioactive diagnostics in hospitals. So the products including radioactive diagnostics, so and therapeutics materials, so these come under radioactive waste. Non-hazardous waste, so that is materials that are not biological, chemical or radioactive hazardous. So these materials, these are non-hazardous waste. So these are the materials that are not biological, that are not chemical or radioactive hazardous. These are non-hazardous waste. So here 8 types of classification is there: infectious waste, pathological waste, sharps waste, and the chemical waste, and also pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, radioactive waste, and non-hazardous waste. So these all are the medical waste. So these are biomedical wastes. So what are the sources of healthcare waste? What are the sources of biomedical waste? So the major sources of healthcare waste are hospitals, nursing homes, and healthcare facilities. The major sources of healthcare waste are hospitals, nursing homes, and healthcare facilities, diagnostic research and laboratory centers, blood bank, autopsy and mortuary centers, animal research centers, and uh, rehabilitative centers, palliative and rehabilitative centers, blood bank and pathology centers. So these are the major sources of healthcare waste, medical, biomedical waste. So here some minor sources are also there. Some minor sources of biomedical waste are physicians, dentists, clinics, animal houses and slaughterhouses, blood donation camps, vaccination centers, acupuncturists, psychiatric clinics, cosmetic clinics, and funeral services, institutions for disabled persons. So these are minor sources of biomedical waste. So what are the health impacts of healthcare waste? Biomedical waste means exposure to the toxic chemicals like mercury, xylene, formalin. This can result in a chemical injuries among health personnel and patients in contact. So here the exposure to the toxic chemicals like mercury, xylene and formalin, these can result chemical injuries among health personnel and patients which are in contact, direct contact. So here the improper disposal and lack of properly designed landfills. So here improper disposal and lack of properly designed landfills. So these will result in the contamination of water and exposure to the toxic waste. So improper disposal and lack of properly designed landfills. So this will result in the contamination of atmosphere, contamination of water, and this will exposure to the waste, toxic waste. So here inadvocate, inadvocate, in, in, inadequate incineration, it can result in toxic air pollution. uh, the failure to use proper filters adds to the release of such pollutants into the air. So incineration of chlorine containing waste produces dioxins that carcinogens. So here inadequate incineration. So inadequate incineration, it can result in toxic air pollution. It results in toxic air pollution. Example, that is incineration of chlorine. This contains waste products, waste products. This will produces dioxins. These are carcinogens. So the dioxins are carcinogens, so which are produced from the incineration of chlorine containing waste. And also lack of segregation of biomedical waste, this can risk an exposure to sharps among the workers. So because of the lack of segregation of biomedical waste, so this can risk the exposure to sharps among the workers of waste disposal and treatment. So here, even one needle stick injury from infective source patient, so this can result 30% of risk and of hepatitis B virus, 1.8% of risk of hepatitis C virus, and 0.3% of risk of human immunodeficiency virus. So because of the sharps, because of the an exposure of the sharps, so among the workers who are used, who are doing the disposal and treatment work, so even one needle stick injury, so this will infect a source the patient. This can result in 30% of risk of hepatitis B virus, 1.8% of risk of hepatitis C virus, and 0.3% of risk of human immunodeficiency virus. So next, open waste dumping, it will result in piling up of waste which attracts insects. These dumps during in the rains become breeding areas for the insects and as sources for the vectors which spread infectious diseases. So open waste dumping, it results in the spread of infectious diseases because it will attract some more insects, so which are used as a vectors. So uh, this will attract the insects and vectors. So these dumps during the rainy season, these become breeding areas for insects and as also source of vectors, so which will spread the infectious diseases. So pouring of antibiotics into drain results in the killing of required microbes and altering the environment that helps in the breakdown of biological matter in septic tanks. So these are health impacts of healthcare waste. So why do waste management practices fail? So management of waste, it requires diligent knowledge and practice. So though there are laws available and implemented, so there still exists a failure in a proper waste disposal. Some of the concerns that require to be addressed are, so lack of awareness of health hazards related to healthcare waste, because lack of awareness of health hazards, so which are related to healthcare waste, lack of training on proper waste disposal practices, and absence of available constructed waste disposal systems, and a low priority level even after knowing the harmful effects of improper waste disposal, and also a lack of funds and resources towards constructing waste disposal systems, and also occupational risks to healthcare waste which can exist, but it have not been efficiently addressed. So these are the reasons for failing the waste management practices. So here's waste management of biomedical waste. So steps involved in the management of biomedical waste are survey of waste generated, and segregation of hospital waste, and collection and categorization of waste, storage of waste, and also transportation of waste and treatment of waste. So here, six steps are involved in the management of biomedical waste. So first one is surveying of waste generated, and also segregation of hospital waste. Segregation of what? Hospital waste. After that, collection and categorization of waste, storage of waste, and transportation of storage, transportation and treatment of waste. So these are the steps involved in this management of biomedical waste. So here, so they will segregated this medical waste, biomedical waste by using different colors. So here that yellow color indicates human and animal anatomical waste or microbiology waste, and soiled cotton, dressings, linen and beddings. So here these can be treated by incineration and deep burial. So here these biomedical waste, it is managed by using incineration treatment that are deep burial method. So here in this biomedical waste, yellow color, it indicates human and animal anatomical waste, microbiology waste, and soiled cotton, dressings, and linen, and beddings. So these are under yellow color. So here these can be treated by using incineration process. Red means tubings and catheters and forceps. So these are indicates red color means these will treated an autoclaving, microwaving, and chemical treatment. So these are managed by using autoclaving, microwaving, and chemical treatment. Blue and white. So in that, so the wash charts. So this indicates wash charts. So like needles, syringes, waste shards. So like needles, syringes, scalpels, and blades. So autoclaving, microwaving, so chemical treatment, destruction, and shredding. So these are managed. These are cleaned by autoclaving, microwaving, chemical treatment, and destruction and shredding. So here black it indicates discarded medicines, cytotoxic drugs, incineration ash, chemical waste. So here this is disposal in secure landfill. So this discarded medicines, cytotoxic drugs, incineration ash, and also chemical waste, these are disposal in secure landfill. So here these are indicates different these are collected in different bins. Yellow color means so this is animal and human and animal anatomical waste. Red means tubings and catheters and forceps, and blue means blue or white means waste sharps. So here, black means it is discarded medicines. It is discarded medicines and also cytotoxic drugs and incineration, ash, and also chemical waste. So segregation of medical waste means separation of medical waste. So here by using different colors, yellow means we know that human and animal anatomical waste, soiled waste, or expired medicine, chemical waste, body fluid, and clinical waste. So red means contaminated waste that can be recyclable. Example: plastic bags, bottles, pipes, containers, and also catheters. So here white it will indicates scalpels, blades, sharps. It indicates the waste sharps, scalpels, blades, needles, syringes with fixed needle, and sharp metals, needle tip cutter, and with glasses, broken glasses. So here blue it will indicates broken glassware. So here broken glassware, cytotoxic waste, metallic body implant, contaminated glasses including medicine vials. So these can be collected in the blue container. So here these segregation of biomedical waste, it is very important. So these are indicating different colors. So in different colors, so we are segregating the biomedical waste into different parts. So what are the methods of disposal for medical waste? First one is incineration. Autoclaving, and microwaving chemicals. So first one is incineration, autoclaving, microwaving chemicals. So these are the methods, some of the methods of disposal for biomedical waste. So incineration technology. So what is incineration means? This is a high temperature thermal process. Incineration process is a high temperature thermal process. So employing combustion of waste under controlled condition for converting them into inert material and gases. So in this incineration technology, so we have to use high temperatures. So this is a high temperature thermal process employing combustion reaction of waste under controlled conditions. So in these conditions, so we are converting them into inert materials and gases. So which are not reacting to with the environment. So we have to convert into inert materials and gases. So by using high temperatures and combustion process here. So the waste materials are converted into inert materials and gases. Autoclaving, by autoclaving, so an autoclave, it is an machine that provides a physical method of sterilization by killing bacteria, so, and viruses and even spores present in the material. So here autoclave, it is a machine, so it provides a physical method, so it will sterilize the apparatus, it will sterilize the materials, so by killing bacteria, viruses, and also even spores present in the material. So in this in general, an autoclave, it is run at temperature of 121 degrees centigrade for at least 30 minutes. So here in general, the autoclave, it is run at a temperature of 121 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. So microwave irradiation, it is at a frequency of about 2450 megahertz and a wavelength of 12.24 centimeters. Microwaves destroy the majority of microorganisms. So here microwave irradiation means we are irradiating microwave region, microwaves. So here that at a frequency of about 2450 megahertz and wavelength is 12.24 centimeters. So this microwave to destroy the majority of microorganisms present in material. So chemical methods. So here 1% of hypochlorite solution, it can be used for a chemical disinfection. So hypochlorite solution, this is a very good disinfecting agent. So 1% of hypochlorite solution, so this can be used for chemical disinfection. So here we can dispose the biomedical waste by using some four steps incineration technology, means by using high temperatures and by using the combustion reaction in controlled conditions. Here uh, we are converting biomedical waste into inert materials and gases. So autoclaving means it is an autoclave, it is a machine. So in this sterilization of materials is taking place by killing bacteria, viruses, and even spores present in the material. And so in this case, the temperature is maintained 121 degrees centigrade. So then the material is kept in autoclave at a temperature of 121 degrees centigrade at least for 30 minutes. So what microwave irradiation means, we have to irradiate the microwaves on the material. So here the frequency of microwave is about 2450 megahertz and wavelength of microwave, it is 12.24 centimeters. So these microwaves, when these are irradiated on a material, so these can destroy the majority of the microorganisms. So these will destroy the some majority of microorganisms. So here uh, and also chemical, we can use chemical methods. So in chemical methods, 1% of hypochlorite solution is used, so for the chemical disinfection. So these are the methods of disposal for biomedical waste. So next, what are the biomedical waste management handling rules 2016? So these rules were notified under Environment Protection Act 1986. So these rules were notified under Environment Protection Act 1986. These rules apply to all persons who generate, collect, receive, store, transport, treat, dispose, or handle biomedical waste in any form. So these rules, so these biomedical waste rules 2016, so these can apply to all the people who are generating, collecting, receiving, storing, transporting, treating, disposing, and also handling the biomedical waste in any form. And the biomedical waste means this is the waste generated during diagnosis, treatment, immunization, and testing or research on biological organisms or preparations made from organisms. So we know that the medical waste, it is a waste generated during the diagnosis and treatment, and also testing or research on biological organisms and preparations made from organisms. So these are biomedical waste. So some salient features of the act are summarized up as follows. So first, it shall be the duty of the occupier to take every step to ensure that such a waste is handled without any adverse effect to human health and environment. So here the features, salient features of the this biomedical waste rules 2016 are: it shall be the duty of occupier to take every step to ensure that such a waste it is handled without any adverse effect to human health and also environment. So the biomedical waste shall not be mixed with other waste. Biomedical waste it shall not be mixed with other waste. So the untreated biomedical waste it shall be transported only in such vehicles as authorized by competent authority. So untreated medical waste, biomedical waste, shall be transported only in such vehicles so which are authorized by competent authority. So no untreated biomedical waste shall be kept stored beyond a period of 48 hours. So the no untreated biomedical waste, so it shall be kept stored beyond a period of 48 hours. So an advisory committee, it is every state, including experts in medical, health, animal husbandry. So here, in the medical, health, animal husbandry, veterinary sciences, environmental management, municipal administration, and related departments, pollution control board and NGO will review the matters related to the implementation of rules. So in an advisory committee, it is every state, including experts in medical experts, health experts, animal husbandry, veterinary sciences, environmental management, municipal administration, related departments, and pollution control board and NGO. So these will review the matters related to the implementation of the rules. So here biomedical waste rules. So schedule 1, uh, it is providing categorized waste according to color codes and type of waste with treatment or disposal option. Schedule 1 tells about characterized waste according to color codes, characterized waste according to color codes and types of waste with treatment or disposal option. Schedule 2 standard for treatment and disposal of medical waste. And Schedule 3 it is a Schedule 2 Schedule 1 it tells about categorization of waste according to color codes and types of waste with treatment or disposal option. Schedule 2 telling about standard for treatment and disposal of biomedical waste. Schedule 3 it is a list of prescribed authorities and corresponding duties. Schedule 4 it is having part A, part B labeled for biomedical waste, labeled for transportation. So part A is labeled for biomedical waste, part B labeled for transportation. So thank you so much.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.